So, kind of annoying. The Vandal. Basically, the Phantom's brother. It hits a little harder. Body shots with the Phantom only do, like, in the 30s. Vandals is all straightforward. 160 headshot any range. Body shot 40 at any range. It's hard to control the recoils. You don't necessarily want to spray with this weapon. Like it's... I mean, you can kind of control it, but not really. Like, if you're aiming for somebody's head, that's probably not what you want to do. Like, maybe those 3 hit the neck. Maybe those 2 might have hit the head, maybe. But, like, that's a little better. But, you usually don't want to spray with the Vandal, only because, like, it's not as accurate as you think. And the enemy, you know, it's just not that good. So don't spray with the Vandal. Like I said, one-shot headshot from any range. And you do need to be careful if you're spraying through a smoke, because they can see your tracers, right? So if they see where the bullets are coming from, they're just going to spam you back. You know what I mean? So you just want to be careful with that. This gun is more like I said, if you can hit those headshots consistently, this is probably the better gun for you. Vandal's pretty good. Marshall. For 950, this thing is pretty good. It 101s anybody from any range, hits them in the body for 101, basically puts them at one shot, and then it one-shot headshots from any range. And you can let off a pretty decent amount of shots off in a short period of time. So again, good players, like professional players, use the Marshall all the time because they can get headshots pretty reliably. Again, good for these long-range duels. Even the no-scope is pretty accurate, sort of, for some reason. So, like, let's say, for example, somebody's, like, here, right? Like, those are both hitting him. Like, he's dead. And this is me going as fast as I can. If somebody's in front of me, he's pretty much dead. Like, so the Marshall's pretty good. And for 101 body shot damage, it's pretty decent. And like I said, a one-shot headshot at any range. For only 150 more than the Sheriff, Marshall's pretty good right now. Operator. So, this weapon is... How do I want to explain it? People complain that this weapon is overpowered, when in reality, it's just people don't really know how to play around it. So the Operator is the most expensive gun in the game, coming in at 4,700 credits, high risk, high reward type play. So let's say, for example, I'm defending, right, and I'm peeking catwalk. Usually people peek this angle, right? So I shoot, I get a kill. It's a one-shot body shot at any range, no matter what. As long as you hit their body, they're dead. It's a laser, basically. A really good weapon, except, like I said, if you miss... You can't really, let's say, for example, somebody's peeking, right? Like, I shoot and I miss. I probably don't want to go for this repeak because their crosshairs are already trained on me. Like, they're getting ready for me to repeak, and they're going to punish me for it. So what you want to do instead is, like, reposition. But, yeah, in general, like, what is it? In all, how do you say it? Like, all in all, the Operator is just a very good weapon. One-shot body shot at any range. At lower ranks, this gun is a lot harder to play around because you need to use a lot of utility to like push him out and stuff. I'm trying to think what else. The Operator, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Operator is really good on agents like Jet, for example, or other duelists other agents that can get out easily. So let's say, for example, I have my Operator and I go over to Tiles is here, right? Let's say I go for a peek and let's say I miss. I can dash away so they can't trade me out in time. You know what I mean? So that's really good. Operator Ares. Okay. So, the Ares. The Ares. Right now, in this current patch, the start of Act 4, this gun is overpowered. The fire rate, there used to be a wind-up time on this, but it's not there right now. For 1,500 credits, like, you have so much ammo. 50 bullet mags. Right now, this is like the gun to buy. The spray control isn't that hard to control. Something I didn't talk about that yet, but like it is just a lazy beam right now. The fire rate's really good. Damage is pretty good. It's the best bang for your buck weapon. It's only 1,550, cheaper than the Spectre. The Ares right now is the go-to weapon, but keep in mind they might nerf it in the future, and I highly expect them to. So this information that I'm giving you right now might change, but as of right now, the Ares is very good. But yeah, test it out for yourself in case they have changed it since the creation of this video. Yeah, the Odin is basically, it was supposed to be the Ares on steroids, but the Odin right now isn't as popular because the Ares is just so good. They're almost the same, but one's double in price. It used to shoot a lot faster than the Ares, and it hits harder. But other than that, it's easier to control the spray, in my opinion. And you have 100 bullets per mag. So this gun's really good because something I forgot to talk about is that each gun has its own level of penetration. So the classic has a low penetration, right? So I'll show you. What wall could I use? I know what I could do. Okay. So I'm going to go to A site. So this wall right here, if I shoot this, nothing. You see the little indent, but it doesn't do anything. I buy a Phantom that has medium penetration. If you look at in this area where my crosshair is about to be, you see the medium pen. It goes through. If the bullets are like this, the bullet holes like this, that means it went through. If it's like this, no. No, that didn't go through. None of that went through. But these went through. So the Odin and the Ares and the Operator and the Guardian have high penetration. So it can wallbang harder through target. It can wallbang harder. And this is since it's a higher penetration, it does more damage through the wall. And this is really important for things like, let's say, for example, we go back over to B main. For some reason, this wall right here that separates the spawn barrier to attackers and defenders is very wallbangable. So when the barrier drops, you're getting melted by an Odin. So that's what penetrations do. And each wall, every wall has its own wallbang, right? So if somebody's standing in this corner, I can't really see him. That would kill him because he gets melted through the wall. And you can do that with rifles too. So if somebody's standing here, and you don't want to swing them, but you can wallbang them right there. Granted, this has a shield, so but you get what I'm saying. Each gun has its own level of penetration, and the penetration matters because if you have to hit somebody through a certain wall for a certain amount of damage, the level of penetration of your gun really matters. But yeah, I think I covered just about everything. So yeah, so that's all the guns. Test them out for yourself in the range. I did a pretty good overview as to what each gun does, its spray, what you should be using it for, and yeah, that's about it for the guns. We'll see you in the next video.